writing for that long. I used to be an academic, but I'm okay now. I have 2 small children, so everyone in Shetland uses their grannies, and my grannies are far, far away, so I don't get out much, but they're getting older, so hopefully I can join you guys in a few evenings. And that was great, it was really fun, and I'm going to go really morbid now. Okay, generally I write narrative non-fiction, and my background is ecology and anthropology, so I love the intersection between humans and people. And whilst I'm standing up here, I'm going to deflect the spotlight to David a little bit and give him a warm welcome. He's up here researching a book, and you're a historian, and if you're really into wildlife and wild places like Shetland, then you have to head to David's blog because it's just beautiful, really, really good. So lovely to meet you too. All right, on with the job. So I'm going to read the second half of this surfacing piece and leave out the really morbid stuff. So, on the plane to Aberdeen, I had been reading Nature Cure by Richard Mabey, and my mind drifts back to his mention of funerary deposits. The skull of a phalarope, now a rare migrant wading bird in East Anglia, lying between 2 antler clicks arranged with their tines facing inwards. I make a list of what I would want placed in my grave. It's an absorbing task, and I'm soon distracted. A sea-cleaned otter skull from a childhood holiday in Ardmurchan. A posy of dried wildflowers from the Romanian hay meadows of my PhD fieldwork. I remember a conversation with my neighbour in Romania. She was explaining to me that after death, the soul of a person stays close to home and visits all the places that were dear to them. She paused and burst out laughing. My, Sally, your soul will be very busy. My life has changed much since then. I got married and had 2 children, and between these 2 children we moved to Shetland. Other than these occasional trips to Aberdeen, I'm now bound within this island archipelago, and it is beginning to feel like home. At least it feels like a good place to make a home. The scan finishes and I make my way as quickly as I can through the labyrinth of corridors to the exit where the bus stops. Stepping outside feels like a release. It's becoming a day of surfacing. In my dazed state, and adjusted to the Shetland landscape where trees are low and often wind-sculpted, I feel awed by the 2 bare-branched giants that tower high above. Higher still, 2 small birds of prey, sparrowhawks I think they must be, glide the same tight circle, one after the other and all around them. Herring gulls crisscross each other like devil scent riders. On the bus, I weigh up whether to go shopping. I have a long list of clothes to buy for my children, or to jump off early to wander through streets of houses and their gardens looking for blue tits and chaffinches. I've seen 1 chaffinch in Shetland, but I cannot remember the last time I saw a blue tit. It must be nearly 5 years, as long as I have lived on these islands. I stay on the bus and get off at a shopping centre. There are 4 enclosed shopping spaces that I know of in Aberdeen, all linked by brief stretches of open street. You can work them all in a line from Bonner Court to Union Square and barely notice that there is an outside. Between the first and the second, I take a break from the crowds and artificial light to search for birds in the kirkyard of St. Nicholas. Even though the Har has slunk away, back to the sea it is still dismal. There is not a single bird in the many trees. I read that the ground contains 900 years of burials. The visible graves and memorials are austere in the extreme. In Shetland there is a cemetery by a beach which on each of our visits has been crewed by gunmen. The grass is mown very short, but by late spring the sward is awash with the pink of thrift and the pale yellow of primroses. By evening the Har has returned, and the plane takes off in the white, but quickly reaches the fog's upper surface. The sun is setting and colours the snow on the cairngorms pink. I feel my heartstrings tug for the place that used to be home, somewhere down there in the woods of their foothills. The Har is held back by these low hills. I spy Ben a he. At the top of Mithertap, one of its summits, and above the neatly heaped stones of the Pictish fort, I once stood and waved at a Brocken spectre. my own shadow, resting on a cloud and surrounded by a halo of pale colours. I watch out the window until the hills are behind, and we are over the sea, and there is only cloud below. There you go.